So I want to start a daycare center, but I'm not sure, is it even profitable? Now guys, this is going to be my favorite part when it comes to is it profitable or not. The only way to really determine a business is profitable is the income. Okay, what this is called your revenue streams. Your revenue streams in your business, or any business that you determine, or any business that you have, will determine whether it's profitable or not. So if you only have one stream of income in your childcare program, yes, it's going to be profitable, but how long will it take you for it to get profitable? If you have multiple funding streams in your business, then there's a likelihood that you may climb that ladder faster, or you have multiple options in case that one funding stream stops. And if you haven't done so, please check out my video on how we make money as childcare owners, because that's a really good video where I break down all the different ways that we can make money in our childcare business when I'm referring to these revenue streams. But overall, there's going to be your tuition fees, your government subsidy fees, your after school programs, your summer camp programs, your federal programs such as like your Head Start, your pre-K counts, or your free pre-K based programs based on what state you're in. So based upon those revenue streams and how much you're getting in that revenue will determine if your business is profitable or not. But I want to make this very clear. You want to know your profit and your loss statement like the back of your hand. And you don't got to know like every single figure, but you should know your roundabouts. You should know how much money I bring in monthly, how much my payroll costs me by semi-monthly, right? How much is my utilities, my rent, my insurance? Those are non-negotiables. So once you get your ballpark figures, then you can determine is this business going to be profitable or not. Another thing that I love to do with clients during our consultation calls is we look at the potential income. How can you determine if the business is going to be profitable that you haven't even started yet if you don't even know what the going rates are? Should you know what the going rates are before you sign a lease? Absolutely, right? You don't got to know the exact figure, but you should have a ballpark, because you could be thinking, oh, I'm going to charge $100 a kid, and the going rate in your neighborhood or your demographics or the families you're servicing is going at $70 a kid, $50 a kid. That's changing. That's going to change your revenue stream. So you really, really want to make sure that you understand your margins, and you really, really want to make sure that you understand what the revenue streams are to determine if it's profitable. The more income you have with a little bit of expenses is going to determine the profit. And I want to make this so clear. When I'm talking about if a business is profitable, I'm not talking about is a business profitable just by your gross income. Let me break it down. When I say your gross income, that means that your business overall for that month profited $20,000, right? You're like, oh, this is good. I made $20,000. But when you get to your expenses, your payroll was $10,000. Your liability and your rent and your insurance was another $5,000, plus the utilities that you need is another $6,000, plus all. And now we're outweighed, right? So yeah, you made $20,000, but all those expenses are what? They're super, super costly, and it's eating up at your profit. So when I say is a business profitable, I'm looking at the net profit in your business. Make that note. The net profit in your business. That is what you want to determine, is your business profitable or not, because that is how you as an entrepreneur and as a business owner begin to build long-term equity and long-term growth in your business. All right, guys, so now I'm going to talk about the next thing you want to consider is going to be, if it's profitable, is going to be your profit margins and your financial management. It goes back to the finances again. In order to determine if a business is profitable, you want to look at your profit margins and you want to look at your financial management. So some of your profit margins are going to be your income based on all the different revenue streams, and then it's going to be all of your different expenses and what those margins are. So looking at some cost saving measures, what can you save on in your startup and what can you save on in your operations? Always ask yourself, is this something that I must have? Is this something that's super necessary? Just because all the other childcare programs are offering this service or offering this software or offering this, your business might can't afford that in order for your business to be profitable. There's another way to do it. There's a manual way to do it. I can't tell you guys how many times I wanted all these automations that we finally created or finally had. I had manual like sign-in sheets, like they was doing it with themselves in their own paper for like, maybe at least 9 years before we started doing a whole digital clock in, clock out. So all the systems is not something that you're gonna have in your business. Do not go with every single thing in your business that you must have. Like I had a consultation call with a client like a week ago, and they asked like, oh, do I need to bring in a parent communication portal? You just open. You got 3 kids. You could talk to them just like this. You can write notes manually. You can send emails. You can, directly communicate on your tablet. Do not go out and spend all this money on all these softwares just because you see all the other programs doing it. Your business will grow to that space, and that's why it's important for you as a business owner to get your head in on the finances and kind of see the big picture. Now I want to talk about being profitable. This is one of the biggest things on how your business can or cannot be profitable in 2024. The first one is going to be some challenges and some opportunities, okay? So the first thing I want to do is talk about some of the common challenges that we see in childcare. The first one is going to be competition. It doesn't determine whether your business is profitable or not, because you determine that. Let me say that clearly. But it will determine how much business is coming to your childcare program. It will determine how much money you got to spend in your marketing efforts to get other families to come into your childcare program, not just businesses just walking by or, calling by. So you really want to look at some of those challenges. What's your competition doing? How much are they charging? What hours are they open? How can you meet in the medium? How can you offer a different service? How can your business be different? Okay. Another one you want to consider, guys, is going to be your regular compliance. So your regulatory compliance for the state is a cost matter, right? And you may wonder, like, well, how is it I just got to renew my license? Well, how are you going to renew that license? You got to renew that license by maintaining staff, right? You got to renew that license by the paperwork. You got to keep that license renewed by all of your utilities, the cleanliness of the program, shampoo and carpets, purchasing materials, keeping the materials upkeep so that they are within the proper, compliance. Their toys aren't broken and paint in your classrooms aren't chipped. So you got to spend money in order to keep up with the regulatory compliance of your state. And then last but not least, guys, the number one, I feel as though cost in your childcare program is going to be payroll. Payroll is a very, very, very counted expense that a lot of people don't take into account. Like, you guys take into account payroll, but y'all don't take into account the taxes, the cost it does for the service of payroll, all of those things under the sun. So there is a lot of different ways that it will cost you, but you want to ask yourself, are those challenges or are those opportunities? And last but not least, make sure that you're aware of what they are, so when they do come into your space as a brand new child provider, you're not like, oh my God, what's this? Nobody never told me that if I run payroll and it's $5,000, be prepared to have $7,000 because I gotta pay taxes on that money that my staff is getting ready to receive, right? So that's something to take into consideration. Now I want to talk about, in the space of being profitable, some of the opportunities that may come your way as to how the business can be even more profitable outside of your basic tuition. So some of those things are going to be like growth and expansion, right? So growth and expansion, people think all the time is like, oh, I'm going to get this building, and in order for my business to grow and expand, I gotta go get a whole nother building. No, my friend. Growth and expansion doesn't always have to mean purchasing or getting a whole nother location. Growth and expansion can simply mean expanding another classroom. It can mean expanding the land that you currently have. It can mean expanding the services that you're currently offering. So maybe you were only offering your weekday services and now you guys are expanding and offering weekend services. Maybe it was that you guys are only offering educational based services and now you're expanding your business and now you're offering a place for people to do professional development. They gotta pay you for your space. Maybe you're now offering a place for people to do arts, math, and sciences as extracurricular activities or tutoring services in your business. Now you're bringing in other opportunities and other places for there to be a cash injection in your business, right? So you really want to look at some of those opportunities that may obviously come your way and what specialized services that you can offer so that your business can be what? Profitable. All right, guys, so if you like this video and more where they came from, make sure that you leave me some comments down below. Let me know, like, what are some of your fears that you have been experiencing on whether you think that you should start the business, not start the business, and if you think your actual childcare program is going to be profitable. But the number one thing that I want to share with you guys is you got to get into the numbers. If you don't know where to start, you gotta figure out where to start. Do not be so excited to just jump out, get a building because you like the location and it sounds good. Sound good and actual research are two different things. Research is what's gonna help you sleep a little bit more at night. Figures and numbers and how to and having a game plan is what's gonna help you sleep at night. Not that I just thought that this is what it was gonna be, okay? So make sure that you like, comment, hit that button, let me know exactly that you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you leave me some comments down below so that I can answer some questions for you. Until next time.